Good evening, people of the internet. How are you doing? How are you all doing on this fine Friday evening? Look who's joined me for the second time this week. It is the mighty Gingerbeard himself, the man who is ginger of beard.
Well, it's getting a bit white, mainly because of what you guys put me through when I'm running sessions on your server.
We don't torment you, do we?
No more so than this adventure may torment you tonight. What have you got on offer?
What have I got off it? We have Alone Against the Static. It's the brand new release from Chaosium. I had my PDF of this through last week, but I've waited until my hard copies arrived and we finished City of Thieves before starting running from this.
Nice.
My hard copy. Hello to chat. We have Halakar. Do we have a What's the Frequency, Kenneth, or full out Siren Head coming our way? I notice you've said, will I get the Siren Head reference?
Yeah.
No, I haven't got a clue.
It's like a meme internet monster. It's like a giant emaciated body with like tannoy sirens for heads. Okay, moving on.
No.
Hello, Intellectual Quandary. Hello, Daniel Kearney. Hello, Sailor Kip. Hello,
Sailor
Lee
Kip.
Baker.
Richard the Dungeon Crawler as well. And Lee Baker, yeah, and there's Keith, and there's Gene, and yeah. Hello to all of you. Hello to all of you. Welcome to our Friday night stream. We went through games we played at the weekend on Wednesday, and this isn't a stream normally for talking about that anyway. We normally come here to play games on a Friday night. I didn't play any games last night. Did you play any games last night, Ginger?
No, I don't, because I don't really do weekday games because I fall asleep quite easily, as you've experienced.
Yes. Ginger said hello to Sailor Kip.
Yeah,
I heard him, and hope Sailor Kip did as well. Right, Ginger is a holiday spice, so it fits you being here. So you are a member of the Spice Girls now. You are holiday
Ginger.
Spice.
Ginger spice. Ginger is an all year round spice. I highly recommend if you're having a morning tea. My healthy morning tea is some ground ginger, ground turmeric, half lemon juiced, and some honey.
Is it nice?
I mean, I've got used to it. I wouldn't describe it as nice.
It wakes you up.
It doesn't even wake me up. It's stuff that's good for your body and your blood flow, isn't it? I don't do it because I like the taste of turmeric.
I do like the taste of turmeric, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of rice. If you've got rice and sprinkle turmeric in there, it really it brings out the flavour.
Brings out the flavour and makes it that vibrant curry house yellow.
Yes. I mean, yes. For me, ginger is an all year round spice because I eat a lot of curry, as my guts can. Yeah. You're waiting in eager anticipation, are you? Right. Okay. Right. Many people overlook the combination of lemon juice or lemon zest with ginger. Good combination.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure it's like the secret behind Coca-Cola. I'm sure the Coca-Cola taste contains at least lemon and ginger, maybe some nutmeg. It's one of those kind of old spice combinations that you don't think so, but it is.
Fair enough. I've never ever tried to consider what's in Coca-Cola. to be honest. I've never been interested.
Just use it to clean the toilets. It's
Yeah, that's the full fat Coca-Cola does a really good job of that, doesn't it?
yeah. So it's a weird thing. Again, it's that thing that you want to reach out and ask the American viewers. So the water in England is very heavily alkali, so bleach doesn't work that well on toilets. So you need something with an acid base. So Coca-Cola does wonders on toilets to get rid of limescale. So welcome to Friday night house cleaning tips with your geek and Gingerbeard.
I don't clean our house, so I don't.
Uh,
I can't give you any tips. Gingerbeard, so are you're saying now you're a house husband?
yeah, well, I as maybe document work from home. Apart from the civil service had a mandate to start working back from the office X amount of days a week. But I can't complain because I know obviously Yog, you do a retail role, so you have to be in.
Yes.
I'm just a lazy civil servant who is wary that if I see a senior manager, I'll react like David Icke seeing one of the royal family. Um, which is
No lizards, lizards.
that's why working from home has been so good for me because I'm insulated from them, they're insulated from me. Everything works, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, and I work in retail, and I actively dislike the concept of working from home because retail requires people to get off their backsides and get out and about. And our lunchtime trade at the shop has absolutely died because all the little businesses where people were in have disappeared in the area around our shop, which is really, really sad. Really, really sad. All the little cafes and things like that that people used to come to at lunchtime, and there was a pet shop on the corner. They've all disappeared, and it is a shame. It is a shame. So your high street needs you to not work from home. It gets you up and about and gets you browsing into shops. Hello, Mac. We're talking about cleaning toilets, Mac.
How did you perchance get a hold of a copy of Alone Against the Static?
How did I?
Yes.
I bought it.
From your high street store?
No, I bought it online. I bought it online direct from Chaosium. And I
That's
bought it
right.
from
You
direct from
bought it
Chaosium.
direct. It's
Yes,
fine.
yes. I bought it direct from them because I like their stuff.
Yeah.
I like their game.
I mean, when we went to Games Expo, you did buy quite a lot at the Chaosium stand, so you know.
Yes, I put my money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have bought a lot more. I had this pang of should I have bought all the adventures that were available? Then I'm like, no. That would have been silly.
I'm
That
still
really would have
waiting.
been silly.
You picked up the Romanian adventure, which I was very interested in. I'm still waiting for you to run that.
Okay. Christmas one first.
Right. So, how much do you know about Alone Against the Static? Are you coming in blind,
No,
or yeah?
no. I have already played it once and I've already failed.
Okay.
My character died. Very close to the end, but died all the same. Right. Anyway, I did say I'd send this in the stream. I'm going to give my initial impression from having played it through. I'm going to do a proper review video of this when I've played it as both characters and we've played it on the stream, maybe once or twice. Well, just so I've got at least 3 or 4 run throughs to draw from. Now, my initial, I'm going to start with the bad, and if this makes you unsubscribe from me, so be it. The writing style. Okay. The writing style. Right. This is one of the characters. Let me get these up now. This is one of the characters you play. There are 2 characters. This is one of the characters you play. That is Charlie. This is Alex. Okay. Charlie and Alex. Let me find another picture. of Charlie and Alex. Oh, there we go, from the cover. Charlie and Alex. Okay. Charlie, big, strapping. Alex, quite small. Then there's another picture. Charlie and Alex are a couple. Okay. There is an oddity about that picture, which you might find out at some point in the adventure. Okay. Charlie and Alex are a couple. And there's another picture I want to show you of Alex somewhere. I've got lots of pictures. It's got some really good, there's some really good art. Really, really good art.
Well, you haven't shown it to us yet.
No, there is some good art. There's Alex as well. Okay. So, Ginger, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What do you notice about Charlie and Alex?
Recently, I've been wasting my time playing a lot of those. They're like point and click games, but you've got to like find objects hidden in scenes. It looks like the same shitty art that the same shitty company that makes those games uses. That's what I noticed.
Okay. But no, so something a bit more obvious about Charlie and Alex. And you can dive into sort of dodgy territory if you want.
I kind of don't want to. I haven't had enough drinks yet, and I've just
Right.
I've outed myself as a civil servant live on stream, so I have to be careful about what I say
Okay.
on video.
Right. When you read something, the flow of the text is really important, isn't it? To make it feel authentic. Now, Charlie and Alex are portrayed in these pictures as a heterosexual couple. Would you disagree?
I mean,
they are a couple. They are a couple.
When you say heterosexual, that's quite presumptive.
Okay. Right. But the entirety of the writing, where you are talking to your partner, where you're playing one of the characters, is entirely written in the gender neutral. Doesn't fit the artwork, does it?
I mean, again, trying to be very careful about what I say. It would
I'm just
not.
being honest.
It would not surprise me if their hair color changes in the picture as well. The person in front of us who is not the monster, it would not surprise me if you were going to drop the bomb that they were a trans person.
Okay, well, for me, the artwork shows me Charlie is male, Alex is female. The general gist. That's the general gist, and yet the whole of the beginning, where they're interacting with each other, is entirely written very totally gender neutral. And for me, it takes me out of the fiction a little bit. It just doesn't feel natural.
I mean, it's a weird one. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. In my old job, when I was working in academia and I wrote exam papers, I vividly remember I wrote, it was meant to be like a scenario-based question, and it's like, your manager wants you to do X.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to fulfill all these criteria. And a
No,
moderator pulled me up and said, well, why have you written they? It's confusing for the student. It's like, well, the manager's gender doesn't matter.
Yes, exactly. In the situation where it doesn't matter, when it's irrelevant or it's not obvious, it's absolutely fine. absolutely fine. But for me, there's parts in the text as well as the artwork where it doesn't fit.
All right.
So it feels it takes me out of that fiction.
Well, I guess we should start playing through, and we can
Yep.
see about your brummy gender bias and your old ways, because you live too far from London, so you're one of the scummy people.
I'm one of the scummy people, but no, I mean, this might annoy some people on the other side. I have no issue with referring to somebody at how they present, but they are presented as male and female in this, so it doesn't fit. It's illogical to me. Right. Anyway, with that out of the way,
Sorry, I know you don't do sci-fi, but just when you said
no.
it's illogical, I could just imagine a whole skit about Mr. Spock being confronted with pronouns. Let me just write
But
that down. For...
but the one thing that what was the one other thing I was going to say? One other thing I was going to say. Oh, it's gone from my head now.
It's on tip of me tongue.
On tip of me tongue.
When you weren't getting to fight about gender biases.
But here's the. I mean, I have no issues with the other with the other the idea of being able to play characters of different races and different genders. There's no problem at all. We do that when we play our games. It's just the way it's presented in this adventure. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I showed this to my group on Monday, and they are younger, more with it than I am. And one of their comments really did ring home. It reads like the author gave it to a sensitivity reader who then crossed out everything that referred to male and female.
I mean, again, that's
how it reads.
I know the whole sensitivity reader thing is also a bit of a dangerous one, given all the layoffs at Hasbro and the criticisms of some of the more recent 5e stuff. Yeah, but we'll see.
Anyway,
We'll see as we
when
play
I
through.
first and when I for the first half hour of playing this adventure, I didn't like it. I thought it was going to be some sort of over the top relationship thing.
Yeah.
But then the adventure got going, and the rest of it I absolutely loved. So that's how things turn around. My initial my initial awkwardness with the way it was reading soon changed, and hopefully on this stream you'll find out why. I think the adventure is actually very, very good. Pity it's too expensive.
How much?
Including postage and taxes and everything, £27. £27, including postage.
I mean, I'm a cheap pirate bastard, but I guess it depends on the amount of use you get out of it. How much use do you think?
Yeah, but for a choose your own adventure, it's far too expensive. But the 2 or 3 hours I was playing it earlier, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the last 75%, but it didn't start brilliantly. Anyway, chat, you have a first choice. A first choice. Do we play as Charlie or do we play as Alex? Charlie or Alex? You have a choice. Now, I played before as Charlie, and I died.
People are saying Alex. Oh, Gene has said Charlie. Charlie. Charlie's a wank, says Mac Thompson. to fire up the
Yeah,
spreadsheets.
I get the costs spiraling out of control. I'd have happily bought it as a paperback for about £15. I didn't need it as a hardback. I appreciate that they are better. They are more resilient, and Alone Against the Dark fell to bits, and that's a paperback.
You know what? I usually in our playing groups, I'm usually the heathen who's like, well, I live in a flat. I don't have a lot of space. I like just PDF purchases. I don't really care that a company can come in and edit them later or whatever. But recently we played a Dungeons and Dragons adventure where I actually owned a physical copy, and it was so much nicer running something
I
from
agree.
a physical copy that
I
I'm
agree.
like, need to rethink my life.
Yeah. I agree. Anyway, we have 2 votes for Alex, 2 votes for Charlie.
Pat, Leslie, Bobby, Jamie.
We have 4 votes for Alex, 2 votes for Charlie. So at the moment, chat are leaning towards playing as Alex. So you want to play as Alex? Alex, okay. We are
I
playing
mean,
as Alex.
just going off that picture, I'm one to talk. My teeth are horrible. Alex probably clearly has some sort of dentition problem, given that her jaw juts out to the, well, to her right, to the left like that.
Ginger Alex, indeed. So we are playing. This is our character, Alex. Right. I haven't read Alex's character sheet, so I'll get that ready. One thing this does have is a really, really nice log sheet. When I've been doing these streams, it can be a bit of a pain in the bum keeping a character sheet going with writing things down. Instead, what this does, you don't write down objects or clues as you're going through. You've got these tick boxes to show what you've experienced, what you've encountered, what you've found. And at various points, it will say, if you've got this ticked, go to such and such. If you've got this ticked, you have an option of going to this. And I like the way it does that. It really, really simplifies it and smooths play out.
Well, it's a cool twist on the whole choose your own adventure thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's very good. Right, so Alex, she is a saleswoman. She was born in Deadwood. Residence currently Pierre, SD, South Dakota. She's 32 years old.
Time has not been good to her.
No
matter what Daniel says, no, not still hot.
Her best skills, she can drive a car. Her fighting's all... Behave yourself.
Best skills, can drive a car.
She can drive a car. She has some fighting brawl ability. She's got some first aid. She's got some intimidate. Listen.
It's pretty intimidating.
Listen, navigate, persuade, psychology.
Alleged woman who can listen. That you should have started with that.
Well, I haven't monetized this stream. But so that's an idea of her skills. Right, Halakar. Right, South Dakota. She'd better be able to drive in some nasty snow and ice. There you go. Right, we are playing as Alex. Here at the start. Somewhere in the forgotten wilds, where pine needles carpet the forest floor, something stirs. Wind whips around the black hills to places where bears, rabbits, and birds never visit. The trees of the surrounding forest shiver beneath the moist earth. Something wakes. Shifting from beneath the soil, it erupts in silence from the ground. Its emergence reverberates throughout the wild. Far off, a wolf howls in mourning for what will soon pass. It pulls itself from the darkness and it breathes. It blinks. Ginger, could you roll me 3d6, please? Or have you not got any dice, Andy?
No, because I rolled my Euro Millions earlier, so I have some dice handy. So it's a sad life I live that I use the dice for D&D to roll my Euro Millions tickets. Do you want individual results or total?
Just a total. Just a total.
11. 641.
11. Okay, so she starts with 55 luck points. There we go. Okay, to begin your adventure as Alex, turn to 1. Damn it, Charlie growls, struggling to fold an impractically large map over your car's steering wheel and avoid veering off-road into a tree at the same time. Can you just let me hold the map, you ask. No, I can do this just fine, Charlie says, then slams on the brakes to round another tight bend. It is late afternoon on a rural back road deep within the Black Hills of South Dakota. The sun is high, but the air is cold. You've seen nothing but pine trees and 2 narrow winding lanes for over an hour. Your car's radio is getting weaker. It splutters out a Neil Diamond song, laced with static. This is set in the 1990s, by the way. It tells me to tick Alex on our log sheet. Okay. So we have an option here. Do we keep offering Charlie help, or do we change the radio station instead? So keep offering help with the map, or change the radio station. You have a choice.
Wait, remind me, which one of you is driving?
Charlie's driving.
And also fiddling with the map.
And fiddling with the map, yes, yes.
I mean, I know my dad did a lot of drink driving, but map fiddling driving seems almost as dangerous. I'm not trying to excuse my dad's behavior, but they're both 2 sides of the idiot coin.
Yeah, right now we are together against the static. Yes, yes, Iman, yes.
Mind you, I was trying to explain to some younger people at work what life was like before you had, like, map apps in cars. How I'd have to, well, not like super before. So you still had Google Maps on a website that you'd go on and you'd write down all the directions on a sheet of paper. And then you kind of have it on the passenger seat. Sorry.
I used to print that out and have the printout on the passenger seat, and then try and you'd be there going,
yeah.
Yes.
And it's all right when you're on the motorway, but when you get nearer your destination, it's all like, turn left 1 mile, turn right. It's like, what?
Yeah. And you're looking for road signs where they're all hidden by bushes and parked cars. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got keep offering help. You said to keep offering help as well, didn't you?
I didn't make a judgment.
I need you to make. You're here to judge. Be judgmental.
I mean, if we're Alex, who is allegedly a woman, then the in-character thing that they would do would be to not help and change the radio station. Probably to find whatever radio station is, well, if it's early 90s, it's maybe too early for Wonderwall. Because when you're a really tired man who's driving, the one thing that will keep you awake is your partner putting Wonderwall on.
Why will that keep you awake? You get annoyed with it.
That was sarcastic. Hey, Doof. Sorry. So I work. My side hustle is working at music festivals. One of these festivals every year, I take my partner. They absolutely love Wonderwall, and they will always put it on the playlist. But it's fine when we're driving to the festival. When we're driving back, and I've been working 18 hours a day every day to keep things running, and having mentioned that my wife doesn't drive either, so I have to do all the driving. Like, Wonderwall is so soporific. It's like I've had to warn her, like, if you put this on, I will fall asleep and crash the car and we'll both die. Do you want this?
She wants to go to Valhalla, doesn't she? She's a Viking.
Yeah. But you're not dying in combat, are you? You're dying in a road traffic accident.
Oh, you can have a fight before back in the car before.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's Odin's view. It's like, well, you're having a domestic argument. That counts as a fight. I don't know why Odin's got a weird accent.
Anyway, were you going to change the station, or were you going to do the map thing?
I was going to change the station.
Okay, so we've got 1 for offering help, 1 for change, 2, 3 for help, 4 for help. You were saying change the station.
Yeah.
Help with the map is winning. 7.
Sorry. I feel I should reply to Intellectual Quandary. Galileo Figaro, Magnifico. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Join our streams on a Friday night and hear Gingerbeard sing. He has a better
Or
voice
on a
than
Wednesday.
me.
I don't. What? No, I don't.
You have a better voice than me. We're off I-90, remember, you say. After a few moments of sulking, Charlie mutters a response. I remember. You reach over. Here, let me help with that. No, Charlie yanks the map away. Alex, just let me. Okay. You put your hands up defensively and roll your eyes. Charlie drives on determinedly for a few more minutes before spotting a tiny unpaved road cutting deeper into the forest. Charlie pulls onto it, and the two of you weave through the trees in silence. Make a psychology roll to try to gauge how Charlie is feeling. Where have I put my dice? They were here in front of me.
It's all right. I've got some dice. I thought you were going to pick on me all night.
Okay, yeah, you can do the rolls.
I'm ready.
You do the rolls.
3.
0, 3.
Yes.
0, 3.
0, 3.
Absolutely mad.
Actually, I've got a whole thing of dice. Like, you'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, well.
Okay, Gingerbeard is doing the rolls tonight. So, if you succeed the roll, go to 4. Charlie seems agitated. It's been over 3 hours in the car, so that's understandable. You reach. Now, I'm going to make this read more fluidly, so I'm going to. Charlie is male. You reach over and put a hand on his leg and squeeze. You see him smile just a little in response.
Oh, yeah.
Not far now, Charlie says. Good. I can't wait to stretch my legs. You continue deeper into the forest. The little road you're on winds erratically, dipping up and down as it dodges between the hills. The sky gets lost in the branches of pine trees. As the evening shadows lengthen, you feel cold seeping in from outside. After a few minutes, a few more turns, and a few miles travel deeper into the forest, the sun sets. Your car's headlights cut into the darkness, revealing the road ahead just a few feet at a time. Eventually, the lights drift over the front of a cabin, reflecting off 2 windows on either side of a front door, which seems to stare back at you ominously. The car stops, and the headlights shut off. Finally, you sigh and step out onto the gravel driveway. As you walk around to the trunk to help with the suitcases, the cold night air seizes you like a vice. Are you hungry? Charlie asks, while you try to keep from shivering. Can you make me another roll, please? We've passed the psychology check. So that's fine.
Opposite end of the spectrum, 98. 98.
Okay, that was a constitution check, and we failed it, so we have to now tick the box, touched by cold.
Shit yourself.
Right. Do we tell Charlie that we are hungry, or do we say we are not hungry? Hungry or not hungry?
Again, trying to be the psychology of it. It's like, if I'm playing a woman, I will be hungry, but I will tell my partner I'm not hungry, but then I will act really angry until I'm fed.
I tried to play Charlie realistically in the same way, and it got him killed at the end. So you should know if I. That's the correct answer, of course, from Halakar.
Yeah, and Halakar's follow up, so I can't to ask him if he is hungry.
Hopefully, Halakar, if this adventure does the trick, you won't want to drive through the forests of North Dakota next year, not by night anyway. We have 2 votes for hungry. Gingerbeard, you said not hungry because you're playing the character.
I'm playing a dick who's playing a character. I mean, playing it straight up like a normal person, I would say that I'm hungry.
Okay. Any more votes for chat from chat? Only 2 votes so far on Gingerbeard. Eat.
Eat, sleep, Cthulhu, repeat.
T-shirt.
Intellectual quandary. I'm sure it'll be fine. Indescribable horrors can only spook so much. I mean, thinking about it, an indescribable horror would just be stuck with my partner for a like limitless road journey that just keeps looping round. That would destroy me.
Who would be? Oh, you'd be driving. Would you be having to do the map reading as well?
More than likely.
Okay, we are saying we are hungry. Go to 6. You nod. Sure? Hamburgers? Hamburgers it is. You take a brown grocery bag from the car's trunk, grab your suitcase and walk to the cabin door. Charlie opens it up and steps inside. You follow, closing the door behind you to keep the chill out. Turn to 11. I've got a little picture now. It's that one. Just let me pick the right one. There we go. The cabin isn't very big. It's just one central room with a double bed, a chest of drawers, and a corner set up to serve as a kitchen. There's no microwave. Both the oven and stove use gas. You see 2 doors. One goes to the rear of the cabin, while another leads to a small bathroom. You just know it's going to be freezing in there. On the wall opposite the bed is a TV and VCR unit, sitting on top of a cupboard. The whole cabin is lit by muted yellow bulbs. It's not dark, but it's not light either. I'll be in the John, Charlie says, then steps inside the small bathroom and shuts the door. You are left alone. You put your suitcase on the bed, take out a few essentials, then move to the kitchen and unpack your groceries. There's a gas fridge and icebox that, judging by the steady and not at all soft hum emanating from it, was installed sometime in the 1970s. Choice now? Do we get started on dinner, or do we wait for Charlie? Get started on dinner or wait for Charlie? Good evening, Daniel.
Evening.
How you doing?
Evening. I like it how it pointed out that there was not a microwave. Is that a
Yeah.
thing? Like, we don't have a microwave. My mum doesn't have a microwave. I mean, my mum is an insane hippie who raised me to believe that microwaves poison you. But
So this is why you've turned out a little bit strange. Is that it, Gingerbeard?
who's to tell? But what I'm saying is, and I appreciate back to the working from home thing. Like, now I'm not losing time in a commute. I've got time to cook properly. So the last thing that I think of is a microwave, because a microwave is like a time poor person's thing. Like, it's like,
That
oh,
is a good point.
just
Yeah.
throw something in the microwave. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I don't have to. I can slow cook a stew or whatever. So,
Yeah.
We've
I
got an
mean,
air fryer.
or an air fryer now. An air fryer is fine, but microwave is the fact that there's no microwave in the room lifts the tension. It's less horrific to me. This sounds like a nice cabin that I can get to, chill out in.
Iman, he's gone to have a poo. That's what you're waiting for him to do.
What did the text say?
He's gone to the John. American slang for going to the toilet. I've played as Charlie. One of the options when you play as Charlie is to sort of be all manly and go, I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't go in there for a bit if I was you.
I'm glad we teased this bit of information out of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's what he's doing.
you're bringing me back to what I do up for my normal job. Yay.
Okay. All right, so we're going to get started on dinner.
Yeah, I like what Sailor says. Sailor Kip, turn up the oven and stove for heat and prepare food.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Double whammy. You get warm and you're cooking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually,
unpack
that's what we
ingredients.
did tonight.
Nice.
You unpack ingredients for hamburgers. You find matches in a drawer, hold a lit one to the stove's gas burner, and turn the dial. Nothing happens. Damn thing. You ignore the front left burner and use the front right instead. It lights up super quick. You've got patties frying and are chopping tomatoes when you hear the toilet flush. Charlie emerges from the bathroom, soon after sighing contentedly. Woof! Sorry, I've been holding on to that one since we left Pierre. There we go. That's the bit. So it's in both sections. How charming, you mutter. Charlie comes up behind you and wraps his arms around your waist. You feel his breath on your neck and then the brush of a kiss against your cheek. I love you, Charlie whispers. Do you respond lovingly or do you change the subject? Those are your options. Respond lovingly or change the subject.
Change.
This is why I thought it was a bit of an emotional thing at the start. And I was reading this going, where are we going with this adventure? Really, where are we going? Is it the horrors of a
loveless relationship?
two people stuck out in the forest? Yes.
Man, Lee, you've never been part of me and my wife's farting competitions. Poo smell does not kill the mood.
Max just
honestly, that's gone.
Max just going on about how much he loves South Dakota. So
Yeah. I was going to say that's when you realise when you're in a loving relationship with the kind of open farting in front of one another. It's
absolutely. Right. So we've got one for loving, two for change.
You sound like some sort of, I don't know, 70s rock track. 1 for loving, 2 for change.
2 for lovey-dovey, 2 for change. 3 for lovey-dovey, 2 for change. Max says be loving or suffer. That's 4-2.
Alex farts.
Burr. Good old belt.
Well, if you're having trouble lighting the gas stove, the built-up gas will help.
Right, okay. So we are going to be loving here. I love you too. You turn your head towards Charlie and kiss back. Now scoot. I need to finish dinner. You busy yourself in the kitchen while Charlie flops onto the bed. I'm so glad we're here. Me too. I think it'd be really good for us, you know. Yeah. Like Dr. O'Brien told us, Charlie says, staring at the cabin's warped reflection in the mirror-black TV screen. Getting away from everything to just focus on us will be great. I think it could be really healing. So, do we talk about plans for tomorrow, or do we reassure Charlie? Talk about plans for tomorrow, or reassure Charlie?
What do you need to reassure Charlie? I missed the context of that.
He's talking about you've obviously been to a therapist together.
The rapist.
It's a very unfortunate word, isn't it? Therapist. Yes.
When I get that feeling, I need sexual healing.
I'm
Did a
thinking
Marvin?
talk about plans.
People are talking about plans. Yeah. Plans seems to be the vote at the moment.
Hey, Charlie, I want to talk about these architectural plans that I've got for no reason. Yeah, Intellectual Quandary's right. This is turning into a weird, like, dating game.
I told you the first
Friday nights spending one of those Japanese weeaboo games.
The first half an hour of this book, it rambles on a bit like this, but then it gets good. Okay. No, a bloke wrote this book. Actually, no, I don't know. You've got initials.
Don't presume the gender.
I don't know. Actually, it just says B.W. Holland. I haven't looked up to see whether what the BW stands for. There is a list of people in the back. B.W. Holland.
Bad wind.
Oh, Brian Holland. Brian Holland.
Back to the farting in front of people. All right, we've gotten childish.
Yeah, he can be childish. Plans for tomorrow is currently winning 4-2, I think, at the moment. Any more votes? Plans for tomorrow or reassure Charlie? If we don't get any more votes in, we're going for plans for tomorrow. Okay, plans for tomorrow. You still want to go on a hike with me tomorrow? Charlie chuckles. Yeah, sure. I mean, what else are we going to do, right? The laughter hangs awkwardly in the air for a moment. Then Charlie coughs and quickly changes tone. It's beautiful here, though, really. Yeah. I can't wait to see the sunrise. After a few minutes, you serve up the burgers. Dinner passes in near total silence. What about tonight, though? Charlie asks. You swallow your last mouthful of food. What about it? It's been a long day. How about we watch a flick? Charlie gestures at the television. Do we agree or do we complain? Agree or complain?
Movie sounds nice.
I apologize, I missed that. What was the question?
Do we agree that it's a good idea to watch telly together tonight? Try and find a film, or do we complain about the idea?
Yeah, complain. Wait, we are Alex, right? Yeah, complain.
We're Alex.
This is too upfront for a woman. You agree, but then you're angry.
No. You agree, and then you never actually decide what to watch, and by the time you decide, it's time to
Yeah.
go to bed.
I'm so glad my wife and daughter aren't in the room.
But like, why do streaming services lean into that? Like every update they have, it makes it harder for you to find what you're looking for. So like you say, like you just sat there, like just like all right, okay. My partner wants something that's like a bit funny, but I'm in the mood for fantasy or sci-fi. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to watch like fucking Deadpool 3 for the millionth time. Come on.
There's a
You
third
just
one? Did I
scroll.
miss it?
Nah, actually, it's in Deadpool 2, or I'm from like
Right.
it's a weird Rick and Morty
You had me
TV
worried
setup
then.
we have.
Right. So we're agreeing to watch a film.
Yeah.
Sure, you say. Charlie grins, then takes the dishes and heads over to the sink to clean them. You walk over to the TV unit. It's a relatively cheap model from the late 80s, sitting on top of a dusty VCR player. You switch both on and open a cabinet beneath them, wondering what videos Charlie's brother and his wife have left behind. Oh, yeah. You're going to Charlie's brother and his wife's cabin. That's where you are.
Ah.
He sure likes scary movies, you say, looking over the titles. 15 different tapes, and you're sure that covers pretty much every major slasher film of the last decade. God, none of these looks good. There's not even a single comedy, Charlie asked from the kitchen. Ginger, can you roll some dice, please?
Yeah, as Halakar says, it's 1990. Just watch the X-Files.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
The X-Files is I've been like dipping back into it, and
Whenever anyone says
man,
watch X-Files, it has me thinking you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
So let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
17.
Once I'm not telling what the rolls are for, by the way. So that was a spot hidden roll. So we've found whatever we succeed. So 26. As you're leafing through the tapes, you notice something in the back of the cabinet. You reach inside and pull it out. It's an empty slipcase for a VHS tape. It's flimsy. Someone has scrawled a title on it in black marker: The Flowers in the Stream. You incredulously read the name aloud. What's that? Charlie says. Empty case. Charlie walks over, wiping his wet hands on his pants. American pants or trousers. I've never heard of that movie. Should have stopped at Blockbuster, you muttered. It looks like a bootleg. This is just the box, though. I can't find the tape. Maybe it's still in the VCR. Charlie leans over and presses the eject button. There is a whirring of internal mechanisms. Then the unit spits out a tape. Aha, Charlie says. You nod. Okay, we'll rewind it and we'll take our chances. It can't be worse than any of these. You gesture at the smattering of schlocky horror tapes. Tick the box saying The Flowers in the Stream. There we go.
Can I just ask when this book was written? Because it's actually bringing me back to my childhood with how descriptive it is, and the cabinet and fucking rewinding the tape. Jesus.
It's a brand new book.
What? It just came out?
Yeah. But I bought it on the day of release.
It must be an
Wow.
old person that wrote it, because no
They're doing a
20
really good
something
job,
would
yeah.
know what a VCR does.
Yeah,
He
anyone
looks
born
easy.
the year 2000 or after is not gonna know.
Exactly.
He looks like he's probably late 30s, I would say.
Okay.
Okay. So do we get changed before the film, or do we just get on the bed and watch it now?
Just
Oh no, you gotta get
change
comfy.
to
Come
what
on.
you. What?
Get changed for bed, or just in your current traveling clothes?
No, get changed.
Why would you? I was going to be like, fine, as you said, get changed to the comfy clothes. But if you got a 3-hour drive to a cabin that no other fucker is there, why didn't you just drive there in your sweatpants and your hoodies?
I mean, I agree with you. I would have done that.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mercurius.
done 5-hour round trips across the country in my dressing gown.
Yeah, man.
We've seen your dressing gown on streams.
I would honestly stay in my normal
I've
clothes.
actually got, I think, 4 or 5 different ones, so that's my smoking one.
I would, myself, I'd just say hell with it, throw in the movie and watch it. I wouldn't change.
Oh, is Mac showing us his nighttime routine?
Yep.
That's how he keeps his beard impressive, though. He's got a nighttime routine, putting luster in his beard. Hello, Straw Piglet. It gets
Put hair
better,
on.
don't worry.
Put hair up into the cowboy hat.
I don't know, the joy we're having with this, I think you should go and, for future episodes, seek out just some sort of either those visual novel dating games or just like
just go on
like
Newgrounds and type in hentai sim girls beta.
No, don't take him.
I'm joking.
So we're just going to watch it straight away because most people have said, "Oh no, hang on." 2 have said watch it. 2 have said change. 3 have said change, and you said change as well, Iman. Whereas Daniel said just watch it. So we're 4-3 for changing at the moment. Anyone else want to vote? Ginger, do you want to vote?
I mean, again, playing the character. Yeah, I think Mac made a convincing argument that you'd want to take all your fucking bullshit makeup off and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so we're changing first, right?
Changes.
Yeah. Somebody always has to bring up music.
When he said changes, I thought of the Tupac song, but that's just me.
You grab your back. Yeah, we're a different era. When I think of change, I think of the Tears for Fears song in the early 80s. But yeah. You grab your bag with one hand and head for the bathroom. I'll be right back, you say, and slip inside. It's even colder in the bathroom. You set the bag on the sink and blink at your reflection, staring back at you from a nearby mirror. The door creaks open a little. You sigh and push it closed again, but it doesn't take. You look closer and see a little latch at head height. The door obviously can't hold itself shut unless it's locked. You roll your eyes, ignore the door, and brush your teeth. A few minutes later, you return to the main room and change, while Charlie waits patiently on the bed. The movie is all set up, paused at the beginning. You climb onto the bed and settle in as well. Ready for the random, hopefully not horror film? Charlie asks. Sure am. Start it up. You smile and slip under the blankets, and Charlie presses play on the remote. Check or tick occupied on the log sheet. Okay? Occupied.
That sounds ominous. Maybe we shouldn't have.
When the film begins... Cheers, Mac. Tears for Fears, Uncle Ben. When the film begins, the screen is black. There is faint music, but no opening credits. Then the screen cuts to blurry footage that was clearly recorded on a handheld camera. Is this one of Mark's home movies, you ask? Charlie laughs, then reaches for the remote. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Wait a second. That looks familiar, you say, pointing at the TV. Charlie hesitates. On screen, you see a wall of tall forest trees. Leaves and pine needles crunch under the feet of whoever's filming. The camera pans across the landscape, creating a blur of greens and browns. Suddenly, you spot Mark's cabin, standing alone in its little clearing. A dull red sedan is parked out front. That's Julie's car, Charlie asks. This must have been after their wedding. The camera is shaky. Wind rushes against the microphone, causing a brief flurry of horrid scraping from the speakers. There's movement. There's movement near the red car. A woman, Julie, is taking bags from the trunk, and she's smiling. Yeah, Charlie says. This is at least 5, maybe 6 years ago. Julie turns as the cabin door opens. Mark steps out, walks over, and takes one of the bags from her. They smile and exchange unheard words. You sit bolt upright. What the hell? What's wrong? It's only Mark. Yeah. So who's filming? Charlie stammers and blinks. On the screen, Mark and Julie go inside and close the door behind them. The camera zooms in towards the window. The picture is a grainy blur of colours. You see movement in the cabin. The camera zooms even closer. Then harsh wind picks up and howls through the speakers. The image smashes to a slurry of loud static. White noise booms out into the room. The sound drills into your skull. You feel like it's going to make your head explode. Matt, can you roll me some dice, Ginger?
I mean, it's good to know that Charlie's thing is like genetic, like a harsh wind picked up. So I'm guessing his parents had it too. Were they his parents? I'm trying to think. 78.
That's a failed sanity check.
Shit.
Okay, so we check unsettled on the thing. So what do we do now? Do we cover our ears or do we scramble for the dial to turn it down? So cover our ears or go for the dial to turn it down?
Shit, that's a tough choice.
Turn it down.
You got one for turn.
I think some shit might happen. But I don't know. I also think it might pierce through our ears. Yeah, try and turn it down.
2 votes for turn down.
I see what you mean about the book now, though, John. Like, it does pick up, and once it picks up, it gets actually quite interesting. Yeah.
Straight away. So as soon as you get over that sort of
what the fuck is this? A relationship book?
Exactly. It suddenly becomes decent.
Yeah, but it's.
I know I don't have my camera on right now, but while you were reading that passage, my face went from to whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
As Elfbait said a while ago, it reminded him of a lot of indie horror games. You start out engaging in a lot of mundane activities, chores and stuff. So,
Best indie horror game, in my opinion, was the original Slender. Even though nothing happens at all.
I think that's key, though, to setting the scene for a horror game. You emphasize the mundane so that when something weird happens, it feels more weird. Right. You dart from the bed, grimacing at the ear-splitting noise. You switch the dial and kill the TV. Charlie is sitting on the bed with his hands clamped over his ears like a dope. Sorry, it's only a remote for the VCR. There's no volume control. What the hell was that? You ask angrily as you step away and slump back onto the bed. Charlie shrugs. I don't know. Mark and Julie came out here with someone else? Charlie laughs. I don't really want to think about what my brother and his wife might get up to when they're out here. You roll your eyes. That was creepy. It was like a peeping Tom. Well, we know it's not. Charlie gestures to the TV cabinet. Why would Mark and Julie have the tape?
That is a good point.
We haven't got Broken Heart checked on the log sheet. Okay, so we don't have that one. So what do we do here? Do we get frustrated with Charlie or do we try to stay calm? Hello, Hungar.
Be a pissy bitch.
You want to get frustrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So why is he sitting there with his hands over his ears like a weirdo?
Be a man.
We're the ones who had to do something. We're the woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Only Hungar wants to stay calm so far. Not Hungar, Halakar. Palmetto says stay calm.
I don't know where. It's on the bed. It's on the bed, buddy. It's on the bed.
Sailor Kip says stay calm. Elfbait. Oh, we got 4 for stay calm now. Right. Okay. Ginger. Frustrated or calm?
Slap av.
What?
So relax. Slap av means it's Norwegian for like just chill out, relax.
Okay. Now, if you'd told us to stay calm, we're actually on 6 frustrated, 5 calm. We're at 6-6 now. 6-6 with Straw Piglet. Sailor Kid, look under the bed just to be sure.
It's
All right,
a good shot, actually.
We're at 6-6. Do we have one lurker in chat to vote?
I could sign Kelsey and vote.
Look, Kelsey can shout a vote if you want.
It'd take a moment, so it'd be quicker to just roll a die and see what we get.
Okay. Right. I'm going to mark one of these with odds, one of these with evens.
I elect to change my vote to calm.
Oh.
Wait, Saxius has come in.
Saxius, act frustrated at your partner or stay calm. What do you want to do? Doesn't matter. Just
Man,
vote
he's
50-50.
Danish. He's going to put stay calm and have that simmering resentment of life.
Just close enough to Norwegian.
Oh, you fucking spreadsheet son of a bitch.
Right, so
What?
We're getting frustrated. Embrace the hate.
Good.
Right, here we go.
Let the hate flow through you.
You sigh. Whatever. You always know best, right? Charlie frowns. What's that supposed to mean? You remember the car ride up, the way Charlie was reading the map while driving, refusing your help and getting lost over and over. Never mind, you say, then roll over in bed. Can you get the light? You don't want to watch a movie anymore? No, you say, and pull the blanket tight around yourself. I just want to sleep. Charlie sighs. Fine. You feel the bed shift as he stands. I just think that the TV set blares into life again. It bellows static throughout the cabin. Thunderous scraping and coughing bounces off the walls. You thrash and cover your ears. Charlie swears that you can hardly hear it. Charlie swears, but you can hardly hear it. The noise builds to a frenetic peak. It's almost unbearable. Then just as quickly as it began, the noise stops and the TV falls silent. All the lights in the cabin go dead. The power is out. Check or tick blame game on the thing and go to 31. Charlie? You ask the darkness. Yeah. What was that? Power's out, I think. You hear scrambling in the darkness as Charlie shuffles along the floor, one hand touching the wall. He flicks the light switch several times. I thought this place was on solar power. Well, I guess the solar power still runs out. Is there backup or anything? I don't know. I guess I'll have to head into town and call Mark in the morning. Oh, that's just great. You pull your legs to your chest. Okay, whatever. You're not used to this level of dark. The city doesn't get dark like this. You raise your hand in front of your face. You can't even see its outline. You feel anxiety rising in your chest. If either broken heart or blame game is checked, you cannot lean on Charlie for support and must go to 33. There we go. This cabin sucks. You shift around on the lumpy bed and try to get comfortable. Charlie joins you before long. The bed frame creaks when he settles into it. Babe, Charlie says. What? Are you going to sleep? What the hell else am I supposed to do? The power is out and we're in the middle of the woods. Okay, sorry. Charlie rolls over. At least you think he does. It's hard to tell in the dark. After a few moments, he speaks again. Must just be an old shoddy TV. I think Mark has had it since the 80s. I don't care. Can we just make sure the power is back on tomorrow? Yeah, I'll do everything I can. Fine. Good night then, you say. Good night. Charlie doesn't stay awake long. You hear breathing slow quickly and fade into the gentle rumble of sleep. For you, sleep comes much later. The creaking of pines, the howl of cold wind, and other strange and unidentifiable sounds echo through the black hills around you. The anxiety in your chest burns as you lie silently in the dark. It's a relief when you finally fall asleep. Check nyctophobe. Fear of the night, fear of dark and night. and go to 34. When you wake in the morning, you are alone. You stir in the bed and sit up. Babe? There's no answer. The only sound is the wind outside, carrying with it a gentle morning bird song. You get up and cross to the kitchen. There's a note taped to the chunky refrigerator, which is written in familiar handwriting. Sorry again. Just want this weekend to be special. Gone to town to get help fixing power. Back ASAP. Love you. You set the note down. Looks like you've got a few hours to yourself. Do we have some breakfast, or do we go for a brisk walk? Breakfast or walk? Your choice.
I love that chat has picked up on the idea of having a solar panel with battery, as pointed out with Straw Piglet in the 90s.
I don't know what cabins in the woods had.
They definitely had generators, but they were like gas generators or fuel generators, weren't they?
Not like
See,
solar
Not
power.
solar power with a battery, yeah.
and I can honestly say I used to be afraid of the dark, but now I'm afraid of the light because of my electric bill.
Hey!
I would say make breakfast.
I feel like if we stay in the cabin, the static's going to get us again. So let's go for a walk.
There is that.
Walk and eat. Walk, walk, walk.
Look, I just want to point out the book is called Alone Against the Static. If the static comes now, we're alone.
What's... Okay. Oh, Jenny's will be generators. Okay. We're currently at 5 walk, 3 eat. Better for metabolism to walk first. Okay. Six, 3 now. Any more votes coming? Mercurius reckons we eat. 6-4. It's close. Ginger?
I vote that I will be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Again, playing in character, I would go for a walk and then be really angry that I'm hungry.
Understandable, yes.
Checks out.
We're now at 7-6 for walking. So it is close. Hello, me. That's Joker. Hello, Joker. How are you doing? We're at 7-6, 14 in chat. So, yep. So going for a brisk walk is winning. Outside, the air is fresh. The sun is warm and the sky is mostly clear. You fill your lungs with the scent of moist soil and pine trees. You take a few steps forward and peer down the driveway. It weaves away into the woods. The trees are so thick here that you'd probably have a better chance of listening out for cars than looking for them. You turn and head down the walking trail just by the cabin. The earth has been worn smooth by the hiking shoes of innumerable visiting families. The forest grows thicker around as you walk. Unseen critters skitter past in the underbrush. Birds move through the branches above, calling out and making pine needles rustle. You come across a blueberry bush just by the trail. Do we stop and collect berries, or do we continue our walk?
Collect some berries.
So walk or berries? One for berry?
Carry on walking.
One. Okay.
I think they might be poisonous, so carry on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't walk and have berries, May. Right. Very much so. It looks like berries are winning. Pick the dang berries. Collect berries. Berries are fine in the morning. Okay. Damned horror walking simulator. To stop and collect berries, go to 38. You squat down and pick berries from the bush. Their flesh is weak. Juices spill off and stain your fingers purple. You're about to lick them clean when you hesitate. Blueberries are safe to eat, right? It wouldn't be a good look to accidentally poison yourself the first time you set foot outside the cabin. You got any dice with you, Iman or Daniel? Either of you? Iman? Daniel? Iman?
I was just having a think to myself. I don't think I do, unfortunately. Not that they're within arm's reach.
Okay.
I can go have a look
I shall
downstairs.
I shall roll. My dice.
Okey-doke.
63. Okay, that is a natural world check. Let me just check her natural world. Is 30. You failed it. You failed the roll, go to 104.
I'll go look for some and then maybe I can do the next one.
Yes. Percentile dice for this game. What harm could a few berries do? Plus, you're at least 90% you're sure you know what kind they are. You lick clean the residue on your fingers and pop a handful more into your mouth. Before you leave, you pick a final bunch to fill your pockets. You stand up chewing and continue down the trail. You feel a gentle flutter in your chest as you go. You wonder about the day before, about the long drive and your relationship. And then you think of the howling television static. You fold your arms and continue walking. It's hard to keep that image out of your head. You keep your eyes on the trail and force yourself to focus on the now. That's the best advice you've received. Focus on the now. Off to the left, you hear running water. Check survivalist on the sheet. Do we investigate the sound of running water or do we stick to the trail?
Running water.
So water or trail?
Water.
2 votes for water. And there's another vote for water.
Well, actually, his vote was for water. Don't know what that is, but
He's American. He has American accent.
Really? You gotta go there? Oh my lord.
No, it's just the easiest joke to make, isn't it?
Got the accent.
I mean, when I used to play games online when I was a teenager, like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff, all my American friends would be like, "Say wanker."
Bollocks.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
It's the best word in the English language. I'll tell you that now. That and crapulous. Probably my favourite word.
Oh, cretin. I like cretin. That's a good one.
Do you know what crapulous means?
No, I don't.
It's to feel severely hungover after eating too much rich food and drinking too much strong beer, strong wines.
So, like when you're at university, basically.
Well, no, rich food, as in cake and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Okay, I thought you meant fatty, rich food, like kebabs.
No, oh no. It's so if you're feeling crap, if it works, doesn't it? Crapulous. It's a great word.
Crapulous. I like it.
Yes. Tosspot and Todger. Yes, those are good as well. Drecht.
Oh, tosspot's a good one.
Yes. You tosser. Discombobulate. So the best English word is
incapacitate. That's a cool word.
Incapacitate. Yeah. Right, most people have voted water. Most people have gone for water. Okay, so investigating the running water. Where was I? Oh, yes. Investigate the sound. Go to 44. Tubular. You step off the trail and stride through the forest towards the sound of the running water. The ground is uneven, so you steady yourself on the trunks of nearby pines as you go. You walk for a little while until the sound of the water gets louder. You crest a small ridge and discover a bubbling stream. Just on the other side, the water is rushing downhill fast, headed south. It's clear and fresh. The trickling sound is melodic. If the flowers in the stream is checked, you must go to 48. Yes.
We checked that, right? Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. You flinch. The black marker label on the videotape that played just before the TV blew up jumps to your mind. The flowers in the stream. Looking at this stream, the flowers at its bank, and the leaves drifting down on its current, the memory of screeching static rings in your ears. You lift your eyes from the water and look around you. There's nothing unusual here, just the trail at your back, and lonely pines all along the length of the water. You are alone. It's time to keep walking. You refocus your mind and head determinedly down the trail, further down the black hills and deeper into the forest. It's a pleasant hike. Sunlight filters through pine branches and casts up dancing shadows all about you in the cool morning air. After half an hour or so, you feel nature calling and step behind a tree to pee. You're fumbling with your clothes when you spot something. Ahead, off the trail, and nestled in a narrow valley, is a dilapidated wooden shed.
Leave me alone.
Do we investigate the shed, or do we ignore the shed? Investigate or ignore. I have forgotten to put some update the pictures. Just bear with me a moment. There's more pictures. Oh, there's the forest. Look, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it lovely?
Oh, very picturesque.
Yeah, doesn't it look wonderful for a stroll? Oh, I did forget to put a picture of the television up. This was the television. Oh, that was the television. But right now we are staring at a shed.
I'd say take a look at the shed. What the hell? Die early.
The only shed to have a basement. Okay, everybody wants to go and look at the shed. 56. Sailor Kip saying, no shed, no shed. Too late. You step through the small clearing where the shed leans lopsided against a rocky, moss-ridden mountain wall. It's not large, maybe half the size of Mark and Julie's cabin. It's entirely made of wood. A rotting piece of pine serves as a makeshift door that's only just still hanging from the frame. The place looks like nobody has been here in years. You step closer to the shed and put your hand against the door. It swings in, slowly and easily. The shed is dark inside. You see the faint shadowy blotches of furniture hidden in the gloom. If nyctophobe is ticked, the darkness makes you nervous and go to 80. It is. It's dark in there. Really dark. If your partner was here, you'd know. He'd make fun of you for being a little scared of the dark. What of it, though? What's wrong with that? So you're sometimes scared of the dark. Well, this little shed is dark. So you don't want to go inside. Is that so bad? Make a sanity roll. Anyone got any percentile dice with them?
I couldn't find them. Sorry.
Give me. You can hear my
I've
box rattling.
Yeah, just off you go, Daniel. Off you go, Daniel.
I can show you the shed, and you can tell me how accurate it is compared to the photo that you've got up now.
23.
23. That's a success. You steel yourself and gaze resolutely at the foreboding shed. So what? It's dark inside, but outside it's bright as hell. The picture obviously shows the shed at night. It's so small you'd never be more than 2 steps from the door anyway. So enter the shed. 57. The only light in the shed comes from the open door and a few cracks in the uneven weatherboard walls. There's no windows. And that picture's wrong. There's clearly windows in that picture. You see a small workbench, a wall-mounted cupboard, and a stack of cardboard boxes. The rest of the furniture is mildewy and unremarkable. Floorboards creak beneath you as you walk across the room. Okay, we've got a choice here. Search the cupboard. Look over the bench. Rifle through the boxes or leave the shed. So we've got cupboard, bench, boxes, or leave.
Top to down. So cupboards first, then bench, then box.
Okay. Cupboard, bench, and bench.
John, you're going to have 2 sheds on screen.
Oh, there we go. Your shed looks
Sorry, my camera.
clean and bright.
It does have a window somewhere. Hang on. How do you turn the camera around?
I don't know.
Can you even do that on this?
I don't know. So we've got boxes.
Well, there it is. Somewhere there. That's my brother's shed. He's got a double door. He just had to outdo me, didn't he?
Oh, your brother's got a shed as well. Right, okay. Your parents.
Yeah, he doesn't like sharing mine.
Your parents really wanted you to out of the house, didn't they?
Well, they don't like it inside, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so he partakes as well.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, he kind of got me into it, but not really. It was more so like I sort of knew he did it anyway, and then I was at university, and you know how things are when you're at university.
Yeah, I know. I've been there, done that. Okay, we're going cupboard first then. Okay. To search the cupboard, turn to 58. The cupboard hangs precariously from a dilapidated wall. It has a stressful forward tilt gripped by gravity. You see a few rusted nails securing it in place. You carefully open the doors. Within are 2 little shelves, both lined with videotapes. They're home tapes, like the ones Mark had, with white stickers on the front marked by black Sharpies. The tapes are all caked in moss and spiderwebs. Hello, Manfred. Daniel, can you roll me percentile dice again?
Sure. This depends. This one. All right. 78.
Yeah, we've just. I mean, I was going to suggest if we were close, we might want to push that or go with use luck, but no. We failed. That was spot hidden. The tapes all have weird names, scrawled in the same handwriting. You note a few. The sun with the trees, hoping it erupts, the way she moves in the night, and the cry of the children. None of them stand out to you. Maybe this was a prospective site for a rural video store. You narrow your eyes and gently close the cupboard door. So we go back. Bench next? Yeah, we'll go with the bench. Yeah. The bench is laden with a collection of tools. None have been touched in years. They are covered in greasy dust. You see a dull grey hammer. Perhaps it could be useful. There's also what looks like a specialized miniature screwdriver set. We have a choice here. Do we take the hammer or do we examine the screwdriver set? Hammer or screwdriver set?
I'm going to say screwdriver set.
There's no option to take both.
I agree. Yeah, screwdriver.
Evening, Jeb. There is no option for both. I'm sorry. So we're at 5 screwdrivers now and 3 hammers with your 2 votes. Gene says screwdrivers. Halcar's changed his mind to screwdrivers. We're going for the screwdriver set. Okay. 64. You take the case and open it. It's full of tiny drivers. The heads are bizarre and strange shapes. Your mind whirls. What wondrous secret purpose must these tools be for? What tiny instrument were they complicit in the functioning of? What strange mystery have you stumbled upon? Your mind races as you consider the possibilities. Seriously, though, it's just a set of tiny screwdrivers. You have no idea what they're for. Click or check on Toolkit. Okay. Have we got tech support ticked? No, we haven't. Sorry, we can't choose that. Go back to 57. Boxes? Do we rifle through the boxes now?
Yes.
Hello, Ginger.
Hey, Ginger Bear.
Ooh.
The boxes are wet and caked with mildew. You open the flaps on the topmost box. The cloying smell of rot hits your nostrils as soon as you touch it. Inside is a pile of black clothing. You pull the first article out. The smell gets worse. The clothing is all long and hooded, and each is about the size of a bedsheet. This looks like something somebody would wear in one of Mark's stupid slasher films. Do we want to keep searching through the boxes, or do we want to now leave the shed?
Keep searching.
Keep searching the boxes, or yeah, or leave the shed. No. The name Tharisdun rises unbidden to your lips. Cultist robes, indeed. Cheers, Mac. Manfred's getting all his hellos in all together. So we're searching. Okay, carry on searching.
Hey, Manfred.
You move the topmost box aside and open the next one down. This one has been more successfully protected from the elements. Inside is a collection of dirty glass jars, a long dagger in a leather sheath, and a handheld camcorder. The first time you read this entry, if unsettled is checked on the log sheet, you must go to 67. Unsettled? Yes. You blink as you look at the camcorder. For a moment, your ears fill with a high-pitched howl of crunching static. The same sound that played last night. You raise your hands towards your ears, but quick as the sound began, it's gone again. You step away from the boxes. You're not sure if you can stomach going through them. Okay. Ginger, have you rolled dice this time? Pour me some dice, please.
90.
We've just failed a power check. If you fail, you lose 1 sanity.
Everyone's screaming at me, Gingerbeard, you son of a bitch. Why do you come back?
What are we looking for? Well, we've gone for a stroll through the woods and we've discovered a stream that we recognised, and now we've found this shed, which has got the curiosity, the doom of all people in horror movies. Yes, indeed. Okay, the only thing we can do now is leave the shed. That's enough of that. You step out of the little shed and back into the forest. You wince at the harsh light of the sun and let your eyes adjust. You make your way back to the trail and continue your hike for about half an hour. Then you turn and head back home. You crest the rise that leads back to the cabin. The sun is high in the sky. It's late morning, soon to be afternoon. You sigh, there's no sign of the car, and therefore you're probably still without power, or your partner for now. You head inside. Everything is well lit by the late morning glow. You change out of your walking clothes and leave them on the bed, and then head into the bathroom to shower. Is occupied ticked? Yes, it is. If occupied is ticked, you remember a minor detail. Okay. You close the door behind you and turn on the shower faucet. Water cascades into the waiting tub below, filling the room with a constant loud drizzle that is almost reminiscent of white noise. The pressure is lousy without power to the pump, but gravity does most of the work. Thank God the water heater is gas-powered. You pause, remembering that the bathroom door doesn't keep itself shut. You push it closed harder and put the latch on to secure it in place. Then you step into the shower and wash the morning hike away. Do we stay a while and enjoy the soak in the shower, or do we shower quickly?
How does one soak in the shower?
Or you just stand there for half an hour and just...
It's a
You
soak
never
in
had
the bath.
You can stand in the shower for a good 10-15 minutes and just...
Or
Steam?
even just sit in the shower. What's
Yeah.
Oh, this is going back. What's the episode of Hollyoaks? The first
I didn't
British
watch
soap
Hollyoaks.
that portrayed male rape, and the victim. There's a famous episode where he's just like sat in a shower, like crying.
I never saw it.
Yeah.
I remember there being a bit of a furore about that storyline, but Hollyoaks had some. It does. Hollyoaks had a lot of very sort of disturbing storylines.
I'll tell you what was disturbing. I mean, we touched on Wednesday about celebrity deaths. The guy who played Zach Dingle in Emmerdale died. It was announced today.
It did indeed.
Man,
I don't watch soaps though. I haven't for a very long time.
that's going to be.
Are you forced to watch them by your wife?
No. Whenever if I have to, in the past, go away for work, and I'm in a hotel by myself, like Emmerdale was my treat because I grew up watching Emmerdale with like grandparents and whatever. I don't know. There's just something I find touching about Emmerdale.
I would have thought EastEnders is more your thing.
No.
Was that the colored guy?
What? The colored guy?
Well,
no.
I don't watch those shows.
It's right. No, I appreciate, like, in America, it's just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Well, I didn't follow that show, but I saw something on MSN about some actors from some famous show.
You're on about Andre Braugher from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, who died as well.
That might be
who?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. I gotta be polite while we're online, but a couple people died this week, and I love you. I don't follow most of those shows, but my wife watches some of them. So
Andre Brower, the guy who played Captain Holt on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, died as well.
Oh.
I've never
I
seen
wouldn't
that
know
either.
that.
I don't watch telly.
Oh, it's a fucking good show.
quickly.
That bit where they did
Oh.
"Tell Me Why" on the police lineup. Oh my days.
Right, shower. Okay, shower quickly and soak. Enjoy the shower. Find the river. No, we can't find the river. Quickly. The hot water heater is working, Sailor Kip.
Well, if I'm playing in character, I'm taking a long shower.
Yeah. At the same time, like the text has said, like, oh, the door opens all the time. It's like take a fucking shower and get out. That's the worst thing when you shower, regardless of if you're a yog with no hair or like a ginger beard with long, luxurious locks. Like when that bit where you've got to scrub your scalp or your hair and you're blind for a minute. It doesn't matter. It's still a horrible experience. You just got to have your eyes closed and you stood there and it's like, oh, anything could get me.
I haven't had to use shampoo for a very, very long time.
That's funny. No.
Okay.
Okay. I would, if this is me, get a beverage, take a long shower, and relax.
I think we are leaning towards having a longer shower. Okay.
Yeah, I'll say soak, just so I can see how it works.
And help the kids don't need to use the bathroom, or the wife doesn't have to take a dump, or the cat doesn't paw at the door.
What are you saying? Women don't poo?
No, they don't. Yeah, okay.
No, they don't. No. They go to the bathroom. They powder their nose. 90.
Yes, all women
all the
and
toilet roll,
North Korea's
apparently.
supreme leader.
The water is warm, cleansing and healing. You love the feeling of it running over your skin. You swear the water even smells different to the water back in the city. You stay in the shower until you're completely relaxed, ready to face the afternoon with a smile. Heal a hit point and restore 1d4 luck points. You haven't lost any. Okay, go to 92. You get out of the shower and dry off. You step back in the cabin and decide to get dressed. Do we put on jeans and a t-shirt, or do we put on track pants and a sweater?
Jeans and t-shirt.
I mean, it's kind of like, what are the plans for the day?
Well, my thing is, you're in the wilderness, and and so no matter what, you dress for your area and the weather. So I'd say jeans.
Yeah, if it's cold, you probably want something a bit warmer, don't you?
Okay,
I mean,
so everyone's going
jeans and a t-shirt is not particularly warm either.
Well, I assume we're gonna have a coat.
Well, I think it's warmer than the wind blowing through your trackies.
My thing is, jeans are more rugged. So, I don't know.
Yeah, if you snag your jeans on a tree branch, they won't rip instantly.
Correct. Exactly.
Depends where you got them, mate.
Yeah,
I've got some shitty
If they get
jeans
you by the
from
belt loop, you
Sainsbury's.
fucked it.
if you
Okay,
got
so
them
we-
at Dollar General, then you know.
We're going for
I went
jeans,
to-
so we tick practical on the sheet here, and go to. Okay, freshly dressed, you feel renewed. Now, what to do with the afternoon while you wait for your partner to return? Hopefully, he'll have a solution to the power problem. Do we make some food? Do we go searching for flashlights and batteries, or do we try to restore the power ourselves?
Flashlights and batteries. I hate
Power.
electricity.
Power, food, or light? Okay, you go for light.
Try and restore power yourself.
You want to go for power? Power, food, or light,
Yes.
people? People, power, food, or light? Lee says flashlight. Flash 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. On 4 flashlight, 5 for flashlight, power, light, 6-2 at the moment towards light.
Well, my thing is, if you can't restore the power, and then you don't have the flashlight, then you're shit out of luck yet again. At least if you have the flashlights, you at least have light, and you can still work on restoring the power afterwards.
Bringing
That's pretty
logic
sound
to the
logic.
adventure. Yes, yes. Okay. Search for flashlight, 95. You know where there was a heavy-duty flashlight in the car, but it's gone now. What do you have here in the cabin? Right now, when the sun goes down, you'll be left in the dark. So, who wants to roll on this one?
I will. What do you need
Go
me
on,
to
Linda. Percentile
Okay.
dice.
94. Probably not good.
Okay. In the cupboard beneath the sink, you do find a little plastic container with a mini flashlight in it. You switch it on. It works. But the beam is weak. The batteries are probably dead. You look for spares in the pantry, the bathroom, and in the bedside tables, but to no avail. Eventually, you give up on searching.
Oh, come on. They got to have that one drawer in the kitchen that has everything in it.
Tick running on empty.
Oh, so Americans have that drawer as well?
Oh, you ought to see my drawer. I have light bulbs, screwdrivers, wrenches, twist ties. I have everything in there that you can think of.
Safety pins, bobby pins, everything. Yeah.
A small hammer,
Okay.
knives, you name it, it's in there.
Now it says we try to cook some food. That's the only option it gives us because we haven't got well-fed ticked. You head to the kitchenette. You're glad the fridge and stove are powered by gas. You cook up a meal and then enjoy it alone at the little dining table. Tick well-fed. Okay.
I like it how everything else has been like evocative and explained. It's like, just cook a meal. What is that meal? It's just a fucking meal.
Oh, what are we having? Filet mignon or mac and cheese?
I mean, we could be having what Elf Beta suggested we find in the drawer. Old forgotten pets. Or an ancient pot noodle. Right. Okay. Is survivalist checked and ticked? Oh, yes, it is. Go to 102. After a few minutes, your stomach rumbles. You feel something rancid bubbling in your guts.
Nice.
You think back to the berries you ate in the forest and curse your adventurous appetite. You stand and head to the bathroom. You spend the better part of the next hour emptying your bowels. When done,
I warned you.
When done, you return to the cabin.
The moment she went, blueberries are safe, right? I'm like, oh, fuck's sake.
You can't think of anything else to do in the cabin, and restlessness is creeping in. For a while, you lie on the sofa and read an old beat-up paperback from a shelf in the corner. You think it's pretty good, but a little flowery and overwritten, not to mention how grating prose is when written in the second person can be. That's actually a dig at this book because it's all written in the second person. You do this, you do that, yes. Okay, yeah, can somebody... I think it's Ginger, it's your turn. Make a roll, please. Now we need a little shower.
What I thought were blueberries were actually cheeseberries. Damn you, lactose. 59.
Okay, that was a listen check. We've just failed by 9 points. I think that's within range of using some luck, don't you?
Sure.
We haven't used it yet, have we? So yeah.
We haven't used any yet. Yeah. I think
Let's go for it.
Make a decision and use some luck there.
But actually, if you eat too many blueberries, that will happen to you. Ask me how I know.
Straw Piglet. I'll roll. Look at that. 0-1. Okay. We passed the listen check. You hear footsteps outside. They crunch on the gravel driveway. You sit up. You didn't hear a car approach. You stand up nervously and creep across to the window. A balding, middle-aged man. I'm sorry. Have I been name checked here? A balding, middle-aged man is standing just outside the front door. He's dressed in a thick winter coat and he has his hands in his pockets. You don't recognize him. He lifts his hand to the cabin door and knocks. Okay, what do we do? Do we answer the door or do we pretend nobody is at home?
He's but a harmless vape salesman.
Yes.
Do y'all want some vapes?
Or
Oh, what the hell?
Door-to-door vape salesman.
Answer the door.
We got some
No,
blueberry
I don't know.
flavor.
I'm terrified. No, don't answer it.
Well, no, I'm scared too, but we're going to die sometime, so you might as well answer it.
as I said, I've played this adventure through once as Charlie and I died. I won't tell you where,
Thank you.
but I died.
Yeah, don't answer
Everyone's-
it. I'm sticking with that.
Well, 4 people are disagreeing with you, Iman.
Well, that's fine. They can.
They can, can't they? They can.
They certainly can.
There might be a little girl selling Girl Scout cookies.
It's not. We've looked outside. It's me at the door. It's a balding middle-aged man.
If it was you, I'd let you in.
Would you now?
Well, I
Would
think
that
I
be
trust
the
you.
last thing you did? Would that be the last thing you did?
No.
Hey, I know where you work.
Okay, if I'm correct, the car and the other half have been missing all day, correct?
Yes.
So maybe this person has information on where what's his dick went to.
Well, we can hope so, can't we?
He's going to be like, oh, yeah, I know where he is. He's in the boot of my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
120
never
more.
know.
Okay.
I'm going to say answer to the
Oh,
door.
sorry, that's trunk to Americans is a boot.
Yes, correct.
All right. So we got a picture. I'm going to put a picture up.
Oh, yeah, not at all foreboding.
No. You cross the door, unlatch it, and pull it open. Hello? The stranger looks you up and down. His face is devoid of expression. Hello, he says. He isn't smiling. He looks past your shoulder into the cabin. Is Julie home? Julie. That's Mark's wife. Do we ask him who he is, or do we tell him Julie isn't here?
Julie isn't here.
I want to know who he is, but
Yeah,
I feel like he'll get pissed off if we ask him that.
yeah. I think he's going to get pissed off no matter what we do.
Just want to descend into like an Ali G skit. What you want with me, Julie?
Just timidly say, yeah, she's not here, and close the door.
From your head to me ghoulies.
Me, Julie.
Are you Americans familiar with Ali G? Do you remember Ali G, Eman?
Of course. think it was, I don't know if it was a live thing or if it was a sketch, but there was that one where he invites a police officer on and goes, what if you add like a small amount of cannabis, like a kilo?
Did you see the one about him at the immigration desk?
I don't remember that one.
He's only going to let the fit women in.
Yeah.
And you've got the immigration guy going fit. And he says, "Get back to Slovenia, or Serbia, or whatever." Yeah.
You could not get away with some of the shit. In fact, most of the shit that he said.
Not today, you can't.
It was so obviously a spoof, though. That was the thing. It was so obviously a spoof.
Yeah, but so was Borat and Bruno, and you couldn't get away with those either.
So they're still funny.
I mean, do you remember Little Britain?
Yeah. I remember Little Britain.
The internet
Couldn't get away
doesn't.
with that.
Oh yeah.
It's surprising, right?
Manfred, Slovenia has some really fit birds.
Yeah, it's funny that Eastern Europe has some really amazing looking women.
Up until the age of 40, and then it all changes. They're all amazing till they reach 40, and then bang, out comes the haggard stick.
That's funny.
As opposed to the women of Brum who are hit with a haggard stick from birth.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what? No, I say it about Asian women in their 30s, and they're absolutely beautiful. And as soon as they hit 40, they turn into a big fat auntie.
I'm like, my wife showed me her graduation picture. I was like, "What happened to you? You don't say that."
Are you still alive?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, anyway, so we're saying Julie's not here, aren't we? I think that was the general one. 122. Julie isn't here. We're just staying at the cabin. Are you sure? I'm very sure, you say. I can take a message. What about Mark? He asks. Is Mark here? I could speak to Mark. Have you seen him? Do you ask again who he is? Do you tell him Mark isn't here, or do you tell him to leave?
Now we're lurching from Little Britain into League of Gentlemen. Like, hello, Dave. Is Julie there? So Julie's not there.
Oh, I remember that. Oh my days. Your mama now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they based it on a landlord when they were like students or whatever. Like the landlord would ring up, he wouldn't speak to Reece Shearsmith. He'd just be like, "Hello, Dave. Is Dave there?" So weird.
Anyway,
Dave's not here.
To answer your question, no, I'm going to ask him who he is because he's asking two questions now. Now it's my turn to ask a question.
this is a local cabin for local people. Hello, Mitchy
Apologies for
Manson.
the boiling kettle.
Right, okay, we've got 2 votes for asking who he is, 2 for telling him to leave. Any other votes for you? You chaps have got a vote as well.
Yeah, who is he? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Who is
said
it?
ask who he is, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Ginger, commit, Ginger.
Yeah. Who is he?
Okay. Who is he is winning. 116. Do you live nearby, you ask? He shakes his head. Have you broken down or something? He shakes his head again. You start to feel nervous. This guy is seriously weird. I don't think I can help you. Yes, you can, he replies. How? you can tell me where Julie is. Do you ask him how he knows Mark and Julie, or do you tell him to leave?
Why do I feel like these are all bad choices?
Sorry, thank you, Straw Piglet. It's a good use of the bot.
So, do you ask him how he knows Mark and Julie, or do you tell him to leave? Elfbait says, closed door, locked door. I'm going to take that as getting him to leave. Leave now, freaking me out. Leave.
Leave. Tell him to leave. I've had enough of him.
Mister, I have crow suit ancestors, and I will call down the wrath of the Thunderbirds if you don't get your butt off my porch. We really need that hammer. Well, we didn't get the hammer, did we? We didn't get the hammer.
No, we got the screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Story of our life.
No, Elfbait. It's not. No, we will get there. Tell him to leave. 117. This stranger gives you the creeps. He's placed awfully close to the door and is standing kind of funny. Sorry, you have to leave, you say. Why? Because this is private property. He stares at you without responding. He's silent for an uncomfortably long time. He isn't moving. Just go, you say. I don't want to have to call the police. Have you got a phone in there, he asks. You stay silent. You know you don't. You can try to reason with a stranger, to scare him off, or just shut the door in his face. We'd have to make an intimidate roll for that. Or to try and scare him off, intimidate, to reason with him, persuade, or just to shut the door in his face. So do we try to intimidate?
She's got persuasion. Try and use that.
Intimidate, persuade, or slam the door in his face. Those are your options.
I'm thinking broken nose. Slam the door.
I'm trying to work out from, like, the artwork makes it look like the door opens outwards.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
You'd have to push him out.
You're right. That's funny.
Well observed.
Leave the artwork alone. I quite like the artwork in this.
Actually, I like the artwork, but he is correct.
So, intimidate.
Yeah, that's the back door, isn't it?
Intimidate, persuade, or slam.
Slam the door.
Swade.
Persuade's leading at the moment.
I think it'll be the most successful one because that's the skill she has, right?
Flash some boob while he's distracted. We give him a
Yeah, I was going to say her feminine guile. No, that might invite him in.
Yeah, then he's not going to leave.
Intimidate, slam, or persuade. We're coming on 3 persuade, 2 slam, 1 intimidate. So there's not many votes come for this one so far. Some very Elfbait says slam.
Yeah, welcome to Friday night wrestling. Choose your own adventure. Intimidate, slam, or persuade.
Super slam.
Claim he's the baby daddy and ask for alimony.
Right. We're currently we're now at 1 intimidate, 4 persuade, 4 slam. So I'm taking Straw Piglet's one there as a vote for slam. I didn't give you the numbers, Halakar, on purpose because I don't want anybody to metagame. You do have both skills, though. Ginger, vote from you.
I see that we slam him because the stranger has got to go down, the macho man.
That was pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we are now at 1 intimidate, 5 persuade, 5 slam.
The funny thing is, I actually have a pack of Slim Jims on the island in my
Oh,
kitchen.
yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Okay, I've written odd and even under those two there. Daniel, can you roll me a d10, please, and tell me whether you get an odd number or an even number? Hold on. Straw Piglet has said persuading. I had him down as a slam. Oh, we are
I
persuading.
counted 2.
Good.
I've got even written under slam anyway, so.
Damn it.
Hold on. Well, no, it's 5-4 anyway. 5-4 to persuade, so we're persuading. Ginger, roll me a persuade check, please. Ask him if he knows Jesus.
11, 1-1.
Oh, excellent. We've passed it. 125.
That's promising.
Sir, you say with a smile, I'm not trying to be aggressive. I've been on a very long walk today, and I'm dead tired. I'm afraid you've just interrupted my nap. If there's nothing else I can do for you, do you mind if I go back to sleep? I'll tell Mark and Julie that you're asking after them the next time we speak. The man blinks. He looks around for a moment, grunts and nods. He turns, hands still in his pockets, and begins to walk away. You watch as he goes. He doesn't head down the driveway. He takes the trail that leads into the forest, the same trail you went walking on earlier. Do we follow him, or do we close the door and make sure it's locked?
Lock the door.
Can't we do both?
No.
Yeah, you follow him, but you also close the door and make sure it's locked.
So you lock yourself out, yeah?
Yeah.
No, don't follow him. Just lock the door. Fuck that guy.
Lock door. Everyone's saying lock door at the moment.
Bro, we said to him that we're going to tell Mark and Julie that he came. We don't even know who he is. We don't know his name. How are we supposed to tell them? Fuck this
Mark,
guy.
Julie, you had a visitor. He was a bit strange. Oh, yeah.
He's the guy who just stood ominously in the doorway. Oh, yeah, that's Keith, yeah.
Yeah.
Keith? Keith? They reckon it's you.
No. It's the first name.
That strange guy. Yeah.
Keith.
So
They
like
had
the
a
crack-
Chad show up.
Tackle him, beat him with a piece of stray wood, and bury him under the shed we found earlier. I'm taking that as a follow.
Hang on. Is that his shed, maybe? Is that guy me? I thought he was John.
You called him Keith.
Well, no, but he's a weird amalgamation. He could have a shed like me. He could be like you described earlier, like you.
His name is Keith Marn. Keith Marn.
We'll take it.
Locke is winning. We've got 7 votes so far. Any more votes, please, chaps? Don't think we've got any chapesses in tonight.
As counterintuitive as it seems, I always took chaps and guys to be gender neutral.
I am actually on the same line with that.
I mean, in the regard of like, oh, what's up, guys? Yeah, like I sort of it as like a sort of plural thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're locking the door.
Good.
120. Keith says he looks a bit like him. Okay, but we'll call him Keith from now on then.
Right. Until we find out who he is, his name's Keith.
The Grim Keefer.
You need to make sure the cabin's safe. You check every lock you can find. You pull the door closed and lock it, sliding across the deadbolts to make doubly sure. Then you walk to the bathroom and check the window. You latch it shut too. The other windows in the cabin don't open, and there's just the one door in and out. It all seems safe. Click. Lockdown. Okay. We've got lockdown checked. And we settle in for the night. It's dark. Clouds cover the sky and the moon is hidden. You lay on top of the bed for a while, listening to the wind shaking the branches of the pines all around. Every few minutes you think you hear your partner arriving back. Every time, you're wrong. When you walk around the cabin... Oh, hang on. We bedded down for the night, didn't we? Have I just read the wrong thing? I think I have. Uh-oh, have I gone to the wrong place?
Oh, spoilt it for everyone.
I just gone to the wrong place. We succeeded on the persuade roll, didn't we? Persuade, 125.
Did you open this stuff?
120. Oh, 142 to settle in for the night. Oh, right, okay. Oh, no, you're walking around inside the cabin. Oh, that's all right. When you walk around the cabin, you use your flashlight to guide the way. After a few hours, you make yourself a sandwich and eat it in the dark. While you chew, there is a knock at the door. It's a single knock. Suffocating silence follows it. Do we ignore this knock, or do we answer the door this time? Ignore the knock or answer the door.
What was the knock before?
What was that? Sorry?
What was the knock before? It wasn't a loud singular knock, was it? How did
No,
how did Keith knock?
It was different to this. This is just a single knock followed by silence.
Nicely picked up on that detail.
Thank you. Answer, I guess. Also potentially autistic, so.
So,
well, we can't go anywhere, and they know we're in here, so I guess answer the door.
Okay. Iman?
Yes, answer it.
We're at 5 to answer the door and 2 to ignore the door.
Now, can we answer the door how I would answer the door?
With a gun loaded.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I would have a 357 in my right hand as I open it with
we
my
haven't
left.
found
So,
a
yes.
gun. We haven't found a gun. We're answering the door. 176.
Straw
If I know
piglet.
you, Daniel, no, you're going to have a gun loaded. Anyone knocks after that first guy, you're having a gun loaded.
You set the sandwich aside and swallow, and walk to the door with the flashlight guiding your way. Hello? You ask. You open the door. Darkness. The flashlight spreads a cone of dim light out into the night. The wind and the cold wash over you. Can we roll... one of you roll percentile dice, please?
Grizzly, why don't you roll?
I don't have any, sorry.
Go by Iman or whatever.
You call me whatever you like, honestly. Yeah, I don't have any percentile dice, sorry.
All right, I got it. Hold on a sec. 27.
Okay, that was a sanity check, so we're okay. We haven't got lumberjack ticked. So, do we dismiss the noise as an accident of the wind, or do we wait a moment longer? Wind or wait? Wind or wait?
I'm not
I don't
so
think-
happy about that wording, but
I don't think it was the wind, but I want to shut the door and lock it. If that's
exactly that, Daniel. Exactly that.
So
We
you're
had some
dismissing.
NPC guards.
yeah,
So you're dismissing it as an accident of the wind.
yes,
No, I didn't say that, but I want to lock the door.
yeah.
I'm assuming that's what it means. Yeah. Yeah, people are saying dismiss it. Dismiss accident of the wind. It's just the wind. You close the door. You didn't realize how cold it was until the slight warmth of the cabin returns. You go back to the kitchen and sit dejectedly before what is left of your sandwich. Later, you follow the flashlight back to bed and get under the covers, rubbing your arms and legs to stay warm. Upon the cabinet at the foot of the bed, the television turns on. The power is back. Do we start turning on the lights, or do we inspect the television?
Turn on the lights.
I feel like the lights won't work, but if we inspect the television, it's going to static us to death or some shit. So, lights.
Pretty much.
Everyone's saying go for the lights.
Well,
Apart from Joker.
you'd be tempted if you were suspecting it's supernatural to check that other electricity is working. But is it just in Britain that like lights are on a different ring main from electrical appliances? So you try
No.
turning on a different electrical appliance that wasn't the lights because the lights are on a different circuit.
Now, see, in America, it's normally each room is on the same circuit.
There's
So,
only
like
one room
everything
here.
out of my kitchen, I can go, and it depends on how you set up your electric. But typically, it's like one room to itself. But then major appliances may, like if you have an electric stove, it may have its own circuit. But typically, it's like living room, bedroom one, bedroom two, bedroom whatever, bathroom, all separate.
Okay.
I don't know how you guys run it over there.
I don't know either. I'm not.
You're not on the right timetable anyhow, so it don't matter.
Right. You reach across to the
Lights.
bedside lamp and flick the switch. Nothing.
Oh, I
You get
didn't
out of
say
bed.
bedside lamp. Like bedside lamp, I would treat as an appliance.
Hold on,
It just said
hold
light.
on. You get out of bed and use the flashlight to find the light switch on the wall. Nothing. You cross the cabin and step into the bathroom. You flick the switch. Nothing. Nothing. Just the TV, tuned to the VCR, displaying slightly illuminated black. It is quiet. The VCR is purring. The TV is dim. Do we have quiet in the evening ticked? No. Do we have the couple who came in for the cabin ticked? No. Okay. Do we play the tape from last night, or do we leave the television alone?
Play it.
Do VCRs really purr?
Yeah, they do.
They have a slight wear, don't they? Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Well, if I'm holding down rewind, yes. Not just when they're left to their own devices.
I guess so, yeah, actually.
So we've got.
I only used a VCR for like 6 years, by the way.
I still have one.
So Daniel, you voted for tape.
Yeah.
Iman?
Oh. No, don't fuck with it.
No tape. Okay. We're at 3-3 then. 3-3. Leave it at 3 for leave it alone. Manfred says no tape.
Well, see, by now, if I had my options, I'd just get the hell out of there. But since that's not an option, I'm getting kind of pissed off. That's why I'm going to go and play the tape.
Well, No Tape is currently winning 5-4.
I want to know where the fuck Pushbag went to, and then he's not around, and left me alone in the woods in a cabin that there's ghosts and crap.
I think the static is maybe what summoned that weird Keith guy.
Hey, No Tape.
Maybe.
223. We're leaving the TV alone.
Well, whatever it is, it's going to keep bugging us until we figure it out. So,
Okay, you turn away from the television set and cross over to the bed. You sit down and try to avoid looking at it. You can hear it humming, ever so softly. Do we try to get to sleep, or do we step out onto the porch to look one last time for the return of Charlie?
I'm sleeping.
Sleep or porch?
It's been a long day. I'm sleeping.
Sleep or Charlie?
I mean, sleep is awesome. Sleep is like a one-way time machine, basically. I need to get to the future. So, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, just go to sleep, and then it's tomorrow.
I don't like any of these choices, you know. Sleep.
Tough.
Yeah, I say sleep. Try and sleep.
Okay. Sleep or Charlie? Sleep or Charlie? No, we don't have fire.
Mate,
Sleep.
do a line of Charlie, and then sleep.
Hookers and coke, and then go to bed.
And die happy. We're 5 sleep, 3 Charlie at the moment.
That guy will turn up again and be like, "Oh, have you seen me, Julie?" It's like, man, we've got all these hookers. Like, any number of them will be Julie for the right asking price.
Did he just become Scottish all of a sudden? Where's me Julie?
Okay. Sleep or Charlie? Where was it? Where were we? Sleep, 255.
You're murdered in your sleep. You've lost the game.
You crawl under the covers without bothering to get changed. At least here it is warm. You set the flashlight by the side of the bed and switch it off. Then you curl up around your pillow, listening to the sound of the wind outside, and wait to fall asleep. Lockdown is ticked, so we go to 256. A thump at the cabin door startles you awake. You hadn't been asleep long. You fumble for the flashlight and switch it on. You draw the light to the cabin door. It sits there, still locked, just as you left it. The door suddenly shudders with another violent bang. You hear a hoarse grunt just before the impact. Someone on the other side, a man by the sounds of it, is yelling incomprehensibly. He's pounding against the door again and again. It shudders under his weight. The door frame is slowly beginning to split. We have an option. Do we call out to him? Do we hide? Do we brace the door? Or do we try to find something to defend ourselves with?
Defense.
Elfbait beat me to it. I was waiting for you to stop that, but I was going to be like, shout out to him. Where the fuck do you get a horse from?
That's funny.
So we've got defend. There's no option to get out the window.
Brace the door.
We're at 4 defend at the moment. 2 for bracing the door. Ginger, what do you reckon?
What even were the options? Defend, brace the door,
Call out or hide.
hide. He's my
4
favourite
defend.
character from that 70s show. I know that's a controversial opinion nowadays, but
4 for defend, 4 for brace, 2 for hide at the moment.
Let's go, bracers.
Any more votes? Split the tie, somebody. Brace, hide, call out, or defend.
I'm
I
gonna
think
call
we
his
can all
mom.
unanimously agree that calling out is the worst one.
I'm gonna call his mom and say he's misbehaving and he's smacked, and that he needs to go home.
No, there's no perception check, Straw Piglet, and no perception check. Joker, who is as me. Could you just call yourself Joker? Just call yourself Joker. Well, that confuses us. Right, we're going to try and brace the door. 237. You dart to the kitchen and grab one of the chairs. This is what Holocaust suggested earlier. You drag it to the door and wedge it under the knob.
That is exactly what I thought was going to happen. That's good.
I
Wedging under
knew
the knob.
Alex had a penis.
Hello, Space Canuck Man. It holds everything in place as the stranger continues to screech and smash his way inside. You can feel the walls shake with every blow. You step back, praying that the door will hold. Who was the last person to roll?
It's Gingerbeard, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel, make me a roll, please.
Percentage
Yes, please.
29.
There we go. We've just passed a strength check. 238.
Cool.
The chair locks in place under
The
the
awesome
door.
thing is, I can't cheat at this game because I don't know how the rolls go. So
The chair locks in place under the door. You see the wood flex and bulge with every strike. You haven't stopped your attacker, but you've slowed him down. You glance around the cabin again and frantically reassess your options. Okay. We get a bonus 10 dice with this one. Do we try to hide, or do we try and find something to defend ourselves with?
We definitely made the right choice bracing the door then. That's good. Yeah, defend yourself.
Yes.
defend.
Hide or
Definitely.
defend?
Find a weapon.
Hide or defend?
Defend. It's a small cabin. Where can we hide? So you defend.
Hiding is like accepting defeat. We can't do that.
Correct. Yes. It's like I
Maybe
used to
indeed,
say
if you
when
don't
I
find
got
a
into
gun.
bar fights, this is going to hurt, but I still did it. So yeah.
Was that the beer? Was that the beer talking?
No, actually, I was sober most of the time that happened because it was dudes hitting on my wife.
Gotta be done. Gotta be done, bro. Respect.
Yep,
Standing
exactly. But yeah, we defend.
Okay, 241. You search around for something, anything to defend yourself with. Okay, let me have a little look. Have we got in case of emergency ticked? No. Have we got razor sharp ticked? No. Have we got close to hand ticked? No. The only other thing we can do is improvise and grab the closest thing. There's got to be
A
something
chair.
here you can use. We're about to find out what we're defending with.
A chair.
Well, what the fuck did she use to make a sandwich? It must be a knife of some sort.
That's a good shout.
A butter knife.
You
There's
a
got to be
chair,
something here you can find. Your
Hey,
eyes snap.
have you ever been stabbed with a butter knife?
No.
It hurts
No.
a hell of a lot more than a regular knife because they're dull.
There's got to be something here you can use. Your eyes snap between unpacked vegetables, abandoned videotapes, and neatly folded linen. But
Fucking
make a roll.
VCR machine. That would knock someone out.
Yeah, improvised weapon. It don't matter. You just pick up
Gingerbeard,
shit
make a
and start
roll.
hitting.
80.
We've just failed that spot hidden roll.
Wait. But we get the +10 from the dice, or -10 or whatever it was, right?
So yeah, correct.
Yes, we do. We do get a yes. Roll me another D10.
6.
So we end up with 60. Okay. Do we spend 25 luck to pass this roll?
How much do we have?
Yeah.
We've got 46 luck.
Yeah.
Do we spend more than half of our luck to pass this roll?
Well, no, you said
we
we
could
have
die if we don't. We don't have anything
Correct.
to defend ourselves.
correct. Yeah. No,
Yeah, use it.
Yep.
Use it. Yeah. Okay. Everyone. Okay. So we have succeeded. 247. Instinct takes over. You sprint to the kitchen, open the drawers inside, feel around for the silverware. Your fingers close around a steak knife. It'll have to do. You step out of the kitchen and make your stand just by the front door. You grip your steak knife tightly in one hand. After just a few seconds, the door bursts open and the stranger steps inside. He charges right at you. Chick, last resort. Okay.
Apologies, my connection went there. What happened?
The stranger is bigger than you. He is crazed, wild, and violent. He thrashes with empty hands at the air around him as he crosses the room in large, rapid strides, closing the distance. Do we try and get out of the way, or do we attack him as he approaches? Get out of the way?
Get out of the way.
I'm debating on this one.
Hey, if we attack him, he'll definitely know someone's in. If we avoid him, he'll think maybe still there's a possibility no one's in.
Then get out of the way.
That's my logic.
I'm agreeing with a few people in chat. Attack him. Be aggressive.
Well,
be aggressive.
I'm thinking what I would do in real life. I would try to maneuver around him so that I'm at his back and then I have the advantage.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, move out of the way.
Elfbait asked a good question. Is the horse still involved? Whoever wrote this adventure has done a really shit job. Like, they introduce a horse and then
the horse disappears. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Odin's horse.
Yeah.
Right. We are 6-5 for getting out of the way. And I'm going to speed us on to get out of the way. 262.
And it's Elfbait's
Move.
question.
Get
Go
out
for
the
the eyes,
way.
Boo! Go for the eyes!
Rah! You weave sideways and try to slip out of the stranger's reach. Daniel, your turn to roll.
Fucking knew there'd be a roll.
Percentage?
Yeah, it's always percentage. Isn't it?
Okay. See,
Apart
this
from
is
when
how
you-
you know I'm not cheating because I don't know the game. All right. 15.
Well, we've passed our dodge check.
Nice.
You duck under the stranger's wildly swinging fists. He stumbles past you, carried by the force of his blow, and almost tumbles over the bed. You end up behind him, just by the open cabin door. Right. Do we make a run for it, or do we attack him from behind?
Todd, there's so many prison jokes right now.
Wait, what do we have to defend ourselves with again?
No,
Our strength score is 70. Elfbait.
attack them.
Yeah, attack him.
We have the, yeah. I'm saying attack.
Being behind your opponent is such a big advantage.
Exactly. And the dude keeps coming back, so
I love it.
Hashtag martial arts training.
I'd love it if it cycled back to the kind of slice of life stuff from the start. Like you pin the stranger to the bed. Do you tell him you're hungry or just sit there simmering with resentment?
Oh yeah. That's funny. I like
The stranger is unbalanced, and you have the better position. You lunge forward and attack. Make a fighting brawl check with advantage. Gingerbeard, your turn to roll.
Rich. How do you do advantage in Call of Cthulhu?
You roll the 10s dice twice.
Actually, wait. 10s. Four.
0-4.
0-4.
Excellent. If you succeed, go to 265. You surge forward, strike, and land a devastating blow. You put all your strength behind it. A jarring impact shoots up your arm. You definitely made contact. If last resort is ticked, you must go to 267. Your steak knife sinks deep into the stranger's belly. He lets out a high-pitched whine and stumbles back. He pats frantically at his stomach, leaving great bloody smears across the front of his clothes. "Murderer!" he cries. "You've murdered the child!" He collapses backwards against the wall, hissing. You can see his madness plainly in the way he glares. This guy's hurt, but he's not going to stop. You're pretty sure if you shot him, he'll somehow keep coming. The endless, implacable rage burning in his eyes is terrifying to behold. The stranger starts to fumble at the wall next to him and haul his bleeding body back to the fight. You let the bloody steak knife fall from your clasped fingers. There's no way you're going to give up an opportunity like this. While the stranger is wounded, you spin round and sprint round through the open cabin door. His howls of rage grow quieter behind you as you tear off into the woods. And at that point, I'm going to end tonight's stream.
I told you she had a knife.
I have. Don't get me wrong. Tonight's book is awesome, but in real life, if you stab the duties down, you're gonna kill him. You're not.
You ain't stopping.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyhow, but no, tonight's stream was amazing.
Gonna American History X that motherfucker.
Yep.
Yes. So, stream has run over a little longer than usual, but that's a good sign. It means the book has actually engaged everybody, and we've wanted to keep going.
From a cabin to a stabbing.
Oh, that should be the slogan for the book.
So, Alex has just stabbed the guy and taken that opportunity to get the hell out.
I wonder if it was Keith.
I wonder if it was Keith. The stab
John,
to the gut.
tomorrow's games.
Yes.
The early and late sessions, what are they?
Early session, I'm running. You guys have got some plot threads to wrap up, so it'll be more of like an investigation orientated session rather than a combat heavy one. And then John.
Yeah,
so
I'm running
MERPs.
MERP in the evening, yes. I'm running MERP in the evening.
All right. I'm going to have to get with you in between sessions or something to write down my character. Because I know we rolled it up and you sent it to me.
You're struggling on with Roll20, aren't you, at the moment with your connection? So I'll find we'll find a different way of sorting the character out. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Well, thank you to Gingerbeard, to Guns Are Cool, and to Grizzly IQ, otherwise known as Iman, for joining me on the stream. And thank you everybody in chat for getting involved. It's been a good one tonight.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
So everybody who's been involved in chat, good
It's one
stuff.
of the best nights we've had, actually.
It has been, yeah, for engagement and stuff. I like this book. It's a slow burner. Yes, it does feel like some form of relationship, cheap sort of romance novel to start with and whatever. But then suddenly it takes a twist.
And then we made our own banter out of it as well.
Yeah.
And we did, yes,
Yep.
we did.
Right.
So yes, so despite my initial misgivings with the book, I really enjoyed playing it earlier today as Charlie and failing. And I'm going to try it again as Charlie in a bit. So
Have a good night, guys.
I'll leave the rest of this. I'll leave the rest of the Alex story sort of for next week. So let's see how we go on with it. Thank you everybody in chat. It's been good, and I'll see you all in a week's time. Cheers, fellas.
Most of them tomorrow morning.